Tulsi Devi Jaya, Tulsi Devi Jaya, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani Jaya, Rinde, Jaya 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 Rinde. Vishnu Bhakti Prati Devi Sachavachana Bhava.
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari Yashodanandana Jaya Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Brajajanaranjana Yamunatira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Jai Jai Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Srila Prabhupada Ji Ki Jai Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Prabhu Sota Session Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya So we are continuing our reading of Srimad Bhagavatam from Canto 10, Chapter 64 and verses 22. Eta asmani antare yamer Eta asmani antare yamer Dyuter-nito yamakshamya Dyuter-nito yamakshamyam Yemena preshta tatraham Yamanena preshta tatraham Deva Deva Jagatpate Deva Deva Jagatpate Itasminin Antare Yamir Dyuternito Yam Kshebyayam Yamena Patra Satatraham Deva Deva Jagatpate Tasmin Antare Yamer Duter Nityo Dhyamakshayam Yamana Prashta Pritraham Devo Deva Jagatpate. Devo Deva Jagatpate. Tasmin Antare Yamir. Jutar Nityoyamakshayam. Yamena Prasthastitatraham. Deva Deva Jagatpate. Tasmin Antare Yamir. Duternito Yamakshayam. Yamena Prasthastitratram. Devo Deva Jagatpate. Asmin Antare Yamir. Devo Deva Jagatpate. Word to word. Tasmin, at this, Antare, opportunity, Yamehe, or of Yamraj, the Lord of Death, Dutya, by the messengers, Nita, taken, Yamkshayam, to the abode of Yamraj, Yamena, by Yamraj, Prashtha, question, Tatra, there, Aham, I, Deva Deva, O Lord of Lords, Jagat, of the universe, Pate, translation by the disciples of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ji ki Jai. O Lord of Lords, O Master of the universe, the agents of Yamraj, taking advantage of the opportunity thus created, later carried me to his abode. There Yamraj himself questioned me. Please repeat. O Lord of Lords, O Master of the universe, the agents of Yamraj, taking advantage of the opportunity thus created, later carried me to his abode. There Yamraj himself questioned me. Purport. According to the Acharyas, the king's performance of fruitive activities had previously been flawless, but now an inadvertent discrepancy had arisen, and so when the king died, the Yamdutas took him to the abode of Yamraj called Samyamini. Om Gyanatarmadasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshuritmalamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutle Samrupa Kadamayam Tadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatapat Kamlam Shri Guru Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Pitam Sanjeevam Vanchakalpatrubhascha Kripa Sindhubheva Cha Patitanam Pavaneveyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Vidit Gadadhar Shivasati Gauratvrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, again, the translation is, O Lord of Lords, O Master of the universe, the agents of Yamraj taking advantage of the opportunity thus created, later carried me to his abode. There Yamraj himself questioned me. So, anyhow, before I go to Tika's Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, description in this verse took after Narga died. Yamraj brought him to the city of Samyami, Yamakshayam, Shiva Goswami. At the opportunity provided by his death, at the end of my allotted lifetime, he fell to Yama's abode. As will be stated later, he was a pious person and therefore went to Yama's abode above Manasa, in the south, not hell. This place was not located on earth. In that place, Yama personally questioned him out of respect. O Krishna, you are worshipped by Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Since you are the protector of the universe, Jagatpate, in order to protect the universe, you have appointed Yama to be in charge of dharma, but none of them can trespass your rules. For this reason, Yama questioned the king. So now you can see he didn't go to hell. I mean, he had so many pious credits. I mean, he donated so many cows and so many charity he has given. I guess no one in Bhagavatam you see, none of other personalities gave that kind of charity what he has given. I mean, in total Bhagavatam is just amazing. There are many, many devotees who have given so many charity, but his charity is unlimited, because he was saying he has given cows equal to particles of sand on the street. I mean, so that's, now you can imagine. So basically he had so much cows and so many other charity he has given to qualified brahmanas, not only to ordinary people, very qualified brahmanas. So that's very important also. Now, you can see this experience, that after death, Yamdutas are carrying him on the orders of Yamraj, and they didn't take him to the regular warehouse, I should say. They took him to special office, executive office, because he was special. He has given so much charity, So that's where Yamraj himself, normally Vishnu, Yamdutas, normally they take care of all these affairs, But this was a special case, so they took him to special office. So that's where Yamraj began to question him, so that he can judge, So now the problem is that this king had donated millions of cows, and he was not exempt for any judgment, so judgment had to take place. So this indicates the impartiality of the law of karmas. I mean, no matter how much you have done in charity, if it is karmakanda, you are accountable to Yamraj and his servants, who ensures that every action, whether it's intentional, accidental, and is accounted for. I mean, they make sure every action is accounted for. So this is called Devi Netra. Devi Netra means the material energies, eyes on the on people, And now we know that King Narga mistake was unintentional. It's not that intentionally he did this mistake. Like he was giving cows to two brahmanas, and one of the cows somehow merged into his lot, and then he gave it away. So this was in error. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but still, if it was an offense, and especially the Brahmanas who were involved, I mean, they didn't budge, you know. He tried to negotiate. Okay, I can give you thousands of cows for one cow, but none of they wanted the same cow, and they just blamed Narga for that error, you know. He begged them quite a bit, you know, but they went away. So you can see in that Vedic culture, the cows and Brahmanas are given so much respect. But accidental offense and its consequences are not atoned at all. So one must be cautious, you know, when dealing with the karmakanda things, you know, giving charity, you know, how you're giving charity. But these Brahmanas were very, very qualified. And so in spite of that, he had to go through all this, you know. Now, here he addresses Krishna as Deva Deva Jagatpate, God of gods, the Lord of entire creation. So he's addressing the Lord. So this shows that Yamaraj is not independent. There's somebody, and he works under the direction of Supreme Shri Krishna. In fact, he is one of the Mahajans. I mean, there are 12 Mahajans, you know. I'm forgetting the words, you know, Sambhu, Narada, Sambhu. Anyhow, so there are 12 Mahajans, and Yamraj is one of the Mahajans. So we can see that he's Mahajan, then he has to make the judgment here, you know, what he should be. But ultimate judgment was that he was sent to hell, not hell. He was given the form of the lizard, then he had to stay. But Krishna finally took him out, or salvaged him, you know, in spiritual realm, you know. So in Bhagavad Gita now, like this 13:23, it's said, Upadhrishta anumanta cha bhakta bhokta maheshwara paramameti chapyakto deha asmani parsha paraha. Yet in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the supreme proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, who is known as Super Soul. Now, Super Soul has 2, 3, many more functions. Here it says the Super Soul is always updrishta. Updrishta means he's overseeing everything. Super Soul sees, I mean, doesn't act, doesn't get involved in the activities. Like Srila Prabhupada has given very nice example. One bird is eating the fruits, other is just watching. So one is doing activity, other is. So Super Soul is overseer, updrishta. And also he is Anumanta. Anumanta means he is permitter. So without Krishna's authority, you cannot do anything. So these two aspects are always there in the Super Soul. He is Updrishta and Anumanta. So which means he is overseeing every activity, he is sanctioning and permitting all the activities what living entity is desiring. So that's very important. Not only that, I mean, there is feeling and willingness in that part also, which living entity has, you know. So because Lord is sitting as a Paramatma, he is not same as soul, he is Para. Lord is transcendental. Para means he is transcendental. So Super Soul in your heart is transcendental, whereas we are spiritual, but we are not what you call, like we are like bhukta. Bhukta means we are sustained, and the Lord is called bhakta. or the maintainer. So laws is maintaining us, and we are actually enjoying those activities. So you can see, Lord is witnessing each and every action. So this action was also witnessed, what happened here. So now, was it his mistake? I mean, technically it's the providence, providence somehow moved that cow. I mean, it was not direct mistake, but sometimes actions happen because of your past activities, that other living entities do stuff. Because every living entity has to take permission for the activity, what he's doing, And it's based on the desire. If your desire is very strong, you tend to ignore super soul, and you do the activity. Like I've given many examples many times. If thief wants to steal, because he has so desired, he knows that he can be caught. He knows, and super soul warns him, hey, you can be caught. Then he says, no, I will do this way, that way, and I will never be caught, kind of thing. So he makes plans that way. And so what he does here, his desire is so strong that he overtakes the permitting, or you call, or advice, you can say that way, of the super soul, because super soul is telling him what to do. So that's, we can see what happens. Now, why Lord is sitting within your heart? What interest he's got? One of the main interests of the Lord is that he wants to take the living entity back to home. That's why he's guiding all the time. He's guiding. Because his interest is that I want to take this living entity back to Godhead, because it's like Father, if Son is lost, Father is worried, and here Father is sitting in your heart, directing you each and every moment. It's amazing. Each and every moment we do, he's permitting it, and he is seeing it, and he's documenting it. And those documentation is so strong that at the end of your life, that film is played before you so that you cannot deny it. So, and the judgment, Lord has appointed Yamraj to be judge of that. And he's one of the Mahajans, So if you're very intelligent, you should put your faith in what? Paramatma, your super soul, and try to listen to, And last time also I said that because Lord is sitting in your heart, like I will repeat again, that Ishwar Sarva Bhutanam 1861, Ishwar Sarva Bhutanam Hirdeshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmanayar Sarva Bhutani Yantarudani Mayaya. The Supreme Lord is situated in every burning hearts, O Arjuna, and is directing wandering of all living entities who are seated on a machine made of material energy. So we understand this is a machine. And last time we discussed how this machine behaves, because you're sitting there, it will behave in the way, if you're even attached to car, you will behave like a car. If you're on some, so behavior changes also. So this incident in this shloka is very important. It tells us what? Charity and piety alone cannot save a soul. Remember that. No matter how much charity you can do, you cannot transgress the laws of karma. So which means when you do karma, means you are doing either good karma or bad karma or akarma. Akarma is when you offer all your activities and as an offering to the Lord, then it becomes like we offer food. So otherwise it's sin to eat food. But if we offer to the Lord, then it becomes a karma. The reactions are taken away by the Lord himself. So Lord is so kind, So, uh, like we are engaged in so many activities. When we do good activities or philanthropic activities, then we have reaction. Actually, to every action, there's a reaction. Newton's third law. I mean, to every action, there is reaction. That's the law of karma. So if you do good activities, there are good reaction. If you do bad activities, there are bad reaction. So what happens, some people are very attached to doing good things, which is good, right? Now what happens, good things means you have a lot of pious credits. What happens? Oh, okay, I thought it's 7:15. So if you have a lot of pious credit, that doesn't mean then you have to come back to the material world again to bhokta, means to enjoy those pious activities. Don't think that you have done pious activities that you are done kind of thing. So in fact, any activity you do, pious or unpious, both will bring you down to this material world to enjoy your fruit. So if you have done very many pious activity, you might be born in a very rich family because you have done so much piety. Krishna has given you comfort, like given lots of money and all that. And what happens, people repeat that thing. Sometimes if you have too much money, then you may not give charity in next life. You might get into so many illegal things to accumulate more and more, and in fact you can slide in the following life. So karma kanda will never take you to the abode of Krishna. That's very important lesson. Now the thing is, in this case, he gave lots of charities and gifts, and his mistake or providence mistake was one cow was given to two Brahman, and result was what? That he became a lizard in the next life. So because his activities were without bhakti, there were no devotion to Krishna. I mean, he was just for himself. So he was just thinking that by giving charity, it puffs you up in a way. Okay, I'm on the top of hills, kind of thing. Now, Bali Maharaj gave a lot of charity also, right? Lots of charity, So now even Bali Maharaj ancestors, Hiranyakashipu, Harnaksha, they were also very generous. I mean, that they did so many sacrifices and to gain power, but their charity was mixed with what? Ego and ambition, not bhakti. So that's why, due to lack of devotion, they were destroyed by Vishnu and Lord Narasimha Dev. There are other examples, Brahmanas are doing charities also, they are doing yagnas. So now when they were doing yagna, even when in Krishna Leela, Krishna like sent these boys to ask for some food. I mean, the Brahmanas who were karmakanis, I mean, they never give any charity. They say, no, there you go away. We don't want to give it to. Then Lord told him, go to their wives. So he went to wives, and wives were very nice and blessed them and gave them. So you can see that ritualistic charity without recognition of Bhagwan, I mean, is fruitless. So you have to have charity in line with the bhakti. There are many other examples, like Daksha. He's Prajapati, one of the administrators, and he did so many sacrifices. He maintained and such a big Prajapati, But in spite of that, he was puffed up when Lord Shiva came in, and he acted with a pride, So he was not very happy, and in fact he said few things which were not very kind to Lord Shiva, And what happened? What was the outcome, when his yagna was ruined by Lord Shiva the next time, and he had to remend it. Not only that, he was put a head of horse, right? And then then he becomes, uh, that was a lesson, for his arrogance and ego and all that, So we can see, how when we do charity, either involves ego or involves some kind of pride or some kind of offense or desire, to be living in heaven. So there is always something in Karam Kand. So one should stay away from that, And it says that even perfectly performed duties are useless if they do not awaken the love of Lord Hari. So the lesson for us is charity can never bring happiness. Charity can bring happiness up to some extent. Not. But what does charity do? It gives you temporary happiness because you have helped others. Like you get honor in the society, you may get higher birth or even heavenly enjoyment, all that, And so that's one thing, And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there are three kinds of charities: mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance, So we know that, when a charity is given in the mode of goodness, at right place and to the right person without expectation of return, that is in mode of goodness. And same thing, the charity given with the expectation of return is in the mode of passion, So which means you are expecting something, and the result directly is that you have to take birth in this material world for sure, Same thing in the mode of ignorance. Any charity you are given at wrong time to unworthy people, you will be sent back again to enjoy or suffer the consequences of your karma, So basically what we are saying here is charity without bhakti can never bring happiness. So that's a big lesson for us. Charity cannot destroy all sinful reactions. It cannot destroy. Don't think that you will give charity, your sinful activity you have done will be wiped out. No, it doesn't do it. It cannot bring you liberation. Charity, no matter how much amount of charity you give, you cannot go to Vaikuntha. You still have to take birth. Very important lesson, And what else it doesn't do? It doesn't awaken the love of God. When you do charity, there's no love involved. It's business, So that's why it's very, very important that wealth, charity, or dharma are like, who is saying this? Prahlad Maharaj says, material benedictions such as wealth, charity, or dharma are like the decorations on a dead body. They may look good, but they do not bring true life or happiness or bhakti, So what brings happiness? Is surrender to the Lord, When charity is offered to please the Lord or His devotee, it becomes what? Spiritualized. It becomes transcendental. Like the food becomes transcendental. If you're giving charity to temple, which is involved in propagating Lord's glories, then that charity is what? It's transcendental. So that is benefit. That will give you bhakti. That's a bhakti yoga. So you have to understand what kind of charity you have to give, And Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhokta Ram Yagna Tapsam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Siradham Sarva Bhutanam Gyanata Mam Shantim Archati. A person who knows me as the ultimate beneficiary, all sacrifice and austerity becomes peaceful. That's how you become very peaceful if you give this kind of charity. And not only that, Lord has said many times to to advise us. He doesn't advise one time. He advises so many times in Bhagavad Gita, but we don't listen, Somehow Lord repeats it again and again and again, And then in 927 he says, first he says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yomai bhakta prayachati tad aham bhakti apartham yasmani pratyatmana. When you offer leaf, water, whatever you can offer it, so then he takes the sins away, And then next verse, the 927, he says, Yat karosi yad asnasi yas johosi dadasi sa yat tapassi konteya tab kushava mat arpanam. Whatever he's saying, whatever you give, what yat karosi means whatever you do, yat asnasi whatever you eat, yat johosi whatever you give away, dadasi yat, and whatever tapasya you do, any tapa you're doing, you do it for me, So that's the charity. That's the charity as an offering to the Lord. So whatever you give in charity, please do it as an offering to Supreme Personality of God. That will make it spiritualized. So your actions and activities are all spiritualized. So, so the charity becomes meaningful only when offered to Krishna and his devotees. Otherwise, it's like watering the leaves instead of the root. The soul remains empty. There is no nourishment of the soul. It's drying up otherwise, If you want soul to be nourished, you want to put water at the root, then you have to give all this charity to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are many people who did charity in the past. Rantidev, he was very well known, and still result was he did achieve the love of Godhead because he didn't desire any liberation or heavenly plan, and he was doing all the good things like offering water to guests and everything, even dogs or low class. So his all mood was in the service of the Lord. So that charity was good, and he did achieve the pure love of Godhead. Now another example is Sudama, Brahmana. Now charity, what he gave was chipped rice, little bit, and his mood was very humble. Not only that, he had so much devotion, and he had material desire, but he couldn't say to the Lord. He had material desire, not him, but his wife had asked him, go to your friend, he is Supreme Personality of God, and get something like, look at what we are living here. But he didn't reveal. But Lord, sitting within the heart, he could see it, So now what we see, the charity is there, but it is in the humble mood and in devotion, and there is no desire for material wealth, and Krishna accepts it. What's the result? Krishna accepts it joyfully and blesses Sudama. And not only that, he gives him what he needed, opulence, at that point in time. So it's very, very important. There are many examples. There's King Shabi, Bali Maharaj, everyone knows, King Ambrish, then Prithu Maharaj. There's so many, So I think I should stop here just by saying final teaching is charity without bhakti leads to temporary awards, and charity with bhakti leads to eternal bliss and love of Godhead. So again, 9.27 shloka is very, very important. Yad karosi, yad asnasi, yad dohosi, didasi, yad tapasasi, konteya, tad kurshva mat arpanam. So whatever charity you give, do it as offering to the Lord. I think I have more material, but I will stop because it's 7:15 almost.
All right, any questions?
Any
So Omkara Prabhu,
yes, Prabhu.
when we're listening to Super Soul,
Yeah.
how do we know we're listening to Super Soul and not our own mind?
Well, the thing is, if you're sincere, see, many times you say, if you don't know, then pray again and again, if you're not clarified about that. You ask your super soul, then you ask Supreme Personality of Godhead, contemplate again, then you will get some answers, even then, So if you don't know how to do it, ask Krishna directly. Krishna will reveal you. Not first time, you may say, but still, if mind proposes, still again the mind will propose. And you will get clarity in the end, what is the right, what's the wrong, You will get it. Thank you, Prabhu. Haribo. Okay. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Vice person. Huh? Huh?
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Enam Kanvandam Maravindanalayataptam Varhavatam Samasitam Buddhasundarangam Kandar Agom Vidamaniya Nishesha Shobham Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Asa Sakalen Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Panti Kayanti Giram Naganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami 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 Govindam.
Namahum Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Putule Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Samaniti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gurvani Bacha Nakini Visesha Shunyavani Masya Jagade Satarane Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Chaitanya Shri Krishna Nayana Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Nayats Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Narad, Agurukyanana, Gurukyanana, Drahate. Narad, Agurukyanana, Gurukyanana, Drahate. Narad, hey, Radhe, Dayarane, Dayarate. Hey, Radhe, Dayarante, Dayarante. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa.
Let's remember that this Friday is last Friday of the month, and that means it's last Friday in Hillsborough, and there'll be a big program downtown. Everybody's going to be there, and we are going to be there too between 5:30 and 7:30. So please join us on Friday for a nice Harinam Sankirtan. Chaitodarpanam marjanam bhavabahadavagni nirvapanam shreya kairavya chandrika vitaranam vidyam jivanam anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipanam pranamrita swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis tatrapita niyamata natmane nakala etadrishita vakripa bhagavan mamapi durdaiva midvishami hajani nanuraga trinadapi sunichena tarorapi suhishuna amani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari nadanam nashundarim kavitam vajradishakame mama janmani ishvare bhavatad bhaktir ahoitaki twai ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mam vishame bhavam buddha kripayata vapada pankaja stita duli sajashim vachintaya nayanam galadashu daraya varanam gadgaduridaya gira pulakarnishitam vabukada tavanamagrahaneva vishyati yugayatam namishena chakshusha pravashayatam shunayatam jagat sarvam govindam virahename Ashlishyavapadamritam anastumam adarshanam marmata karotuva yatatatava vidadatulam patomat prananatastu saevanapara. Victory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. Oh, my Lord, congregational chanting of your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you've invested all your transcendental energies. There's not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. Oh, my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I have no attraction for them. Oh, one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready for all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth. O Son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from the ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet.